Everyone, welcome to BlueSync on Thursday, January 22nd. We have kind of an exciting topic today because it falls right in with our launch of Schmidtelligence and all of our new listing marketing assets that are automatically being created for us now. And the exciting part is we now have our team marketing assets ready to roll. But in order to be able to get our team assets, we have a little bit of work to do in Moxi. So we do have to set up our Moxi teams, and I'll explain that in a second, in order for our Schmidtelligence assets to be able to have the team headshot, the team email address, and the team phone number populate onto our new listing assets. So I'll go ahead and show you kind of a little bit what I'm talking about by the assets, and then I'll show you in Moxi where we can set that up. Because as you can imagine with 80 offices and the amount of teams that we have, one person adding all the teams would be a little bit cumbersome. So we are going to ask for your help, you ASCs and RSCs on the call. We're going to ask for your help on getting your teams loaded into Moxi so that we can start having our team assets created via Schmidtelligence. So we do have an example here. Real quick, this is out of our Sunstar Realty footprint out of the Punta Gorda area. This is the Nix team, and they kind of were our beta test a little bit on getting some of our team assets created. And so I'll just pop open one of the assets here. This would be one of the AI flyers. And so you'll see down, too far in. You'll see down at the bottom, instead of just Carla's headshot, we have the team, which is their logos, and her headshot. That's their team photo. We have the Nix team instead of Carla Nix, and we have the team office phone number, and we have the team email address. Now, we will have to go to our teams and ask, which phone number do you want? Which email address do you want? Every team operates a little bit differently. Sometimes you can go to their team website and get that information, or just, call the Rainmaker and see what contact information they would like to populate on their team assets. So now instead of us getting assets for Carla Nix, we can see we have the Nix team with the preferred logo headshot and with the preferred contact information. And again, this all flows over from Moxi Teams. Now let me go ahead and go into Moxi, which we know we got to start from desk, right? mycbdesk.com. Once you log in, you'll be able to go to MoxiWorks. Keep in mind, I know we have a few new faces on the call today, and welcome to Tara and Jason. We're happy to have you. So I like to reiterate some of these tips and tricks just because you never know, somebody's going to be finding that useful. So keep in mind your MoxiWorks tile might not be front and center. You can drop and drag these, or you can do them in different list view orders, grid orders, custom sorts, however. So you just want to make sure you find Moxi. And if you can't, you'll find an app. If you just start typing in the app you're looking for, it'll come right up. So once you launch into MoxiWorks, you'll see that you have all of your menu options above: present, engage, websites, impress, promote, and directory. We've talked a lot about teams when it comes to website. We know we have the ability to turn an individual website into a team website. It changes things like about me to about us. Learn more about us as opposed to learn more about me. So it does make the website team friendly. We can add the team members to it. We can add custom lists so that all of the team's listings show up, all the team solds. We know that. We've been doing that for a while now. We know about team websites. We also know a little bit about Engage when it comes to the team workaround. So we know we don't necessarily have a team CRM in place right now. Jason and people were vetting out options. Right now, if your team is interested in that option with Moxi, we can do it through delegated access. We can definitely help you guys get that set up so that you can share one CRM. It's a little bit of a workaround, but we do have that ability. So if you have a team in your office interested in that, just have them reach out. So websites and Engage as the CRM, but this is a new portal and it's always been there, but we haven't really talked about it. We haven't really trained on it because it doesn't feed from Dash. It doesn't feed from Account Tech. It doesn't feed websites. It's just kind of a standalone module. So what we have found out now, because Schmidtelligence is ran from the data points in Moxi, all of the listing information, all of the agent information comes from Moxi. We have the ability now to add our teams to the team portal, and it will allow us to populate our Schmidtelligence assets with that team information. So where you find this, and only administrative staff will have this, so managers, ASCs, RSCs, if you don't see this, reach out. Probably just need to tweak your Moxi access, which we can easily do. Sometimes it doesn't filter from Dash in the way we want it to, so we just need to get in there and tweak your security. So if you're not seeing this widget, please reach out. But it will be over here to your left under Management Tools and Agent Teams. So if you are on the call and you're going to help us set up your teams in your office and you don't see that, just shoot me a quick email or G-chat me and we'll get that access for you. So right now you're looking at Michigan. I know it's odd because we have a Florida team in there. That's kind of a leave behind from before when we had Moxi. So just ignore that right now. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through adding a new team so that we're all aware of how this works. So obviously the first thing you need to do is identify the team. We have a Traverse City team here, the Sean Smith group. You just need to know what the team name is, who's on the team, the headshot that they want or logo. It could be a logo as well. The only caveat is it needs to be in that same 1-to-1 ratio that headshots have to be for Schmidtelligence. If you remember when we launched Schmidtelligence last year, we had some tops of heads being cut off. All we have to do for the workaround is it just needs to be a 1-to-1 ratio, needs to be loaded into the system, and then it'll populate Schmidtelligence beautifully. Same thing with the team, photo, or logo. As long as it's a 1-to-1 ratio, it'll populate the Schmidtelligence assets just fine. Now, if you are updating an agent headshot in Account Tech, it's completely different than this agent portal. So teams, right now as it stands, nothing talks to each other. Account Tech doesn't talk to Dash. Dash doesn't talk to Moxi. Every team portal widget section in each of our platforms is completely different. None of it feeds each other. They did not set up the systems to do that. Unfortunately, I wish they had, but as of right now, they haven't. So we do need to load it into Moxi. Now, if you have a team and you're like, Mr. and Mrs. Rainmaker, we have this great opportunity. We can populate your Schmidtelligence assets with your team. Maybe they don't want that. Again, every team operates differently. So we just need to go to the teams. If you're not sure, if you're newer, especially go to your manager. Your manager can help you discern this. Go to Lynn. She can help you work through some of these things. But if you have a team in your office, we're going to ask you to add them here in Moxi. Now, as a reminder, we're in Management Tools and we're in Agent Teams. You'll see if you have any current teams, they'll show up here for you. If you need to create a team, in the button in the upper right corner, you click Create Team. So now it's pretty easy. You follow along the widgets. Team name, this one we're going to do is Michigan Homes and Cottages. This is a Michigan team along our lakeshore. Very successful team with 12 members. So we're going to go ahead and walk through this and add this so that you guys can see how this is done. So once you put in the team name, your office should filter. You just need to pick the right office. Now, unfortunately, a lot of our offices are named the same thing. If you're in Paradise, they're all going to read Paradise. It's a little cumbersome, so we will work on renaming our offices. Every time we rename them, there's a feed from Dash that renames them differently. And unfortunately, nobody at the Coldwell Banker brand or Moxi or anywhere can tell us which field in Dash should populate the office name in Moxi. So it's a little bit cumbersome. It's a little bit difficult. We will make sure that we get that fixed, I promise. Kim, if you're on the call, I'm struggling to remember if Kirsch is Holland or Grand Haven.
Holland Summit.
Holland Summit. Thank you. There we go. Thanks, Kim. So choose the office. Again, we're going to work on getting these renamed. It's a little bit cumbersome process. We will make sure that we get that so that you can pick the right office. And then we click Create. So now you have your team name. You add your team members here. If the teams have a logo, you can load that here. But as of today, the logo will not populate Schmidtelligence. This team photo will. However, you can put the team's logo in where it says team photo. That will populate on the assets. Future state, we are road mapping our way to creating assets with team logos. We're just not quite there yet. But if you load the team logo into where the team photo goes, when it creates the assets, that's what's going to show up right here instead of the team photo. So you do have that option. So for now, we're going to go ahead and add our team members. So when you click on there, we'll give that a minute to load. The only issue with adding team members is if you're in an office and say you are admin with Holland Summit, but Kirsch maybe has team members from maybe Grand Rapids. If you're crossing offices, it may not let you pull in all the team members. We don't have a lot of that. So if that does affect how you're adding teams, just reach out and we will help you get that done. So now when you click add team, you start typing in a name, first or last, it'll pull up with that option. Oh, and he's already added to another team. So this may be built out in a widget I don't have, not real sure. Kim, I'll offline that with you after the fact. It looks like this team is built out. I just don't have the visibility on my platform. So we're going to go ahead and build out a fake team just so that you guys can see what the process is. So if you are adding to your team, you're going to go ahead and click add. And then you'll see that it populates behind you. You can continue to add in people. I'm just going to go ahead and keep picking people and add just a few. This will be a fake team that I'll go ahead and delete later. And so click add and you'll see it's populating behind. Once you have all the team members added, you click invite, which I'm not going to do because I don't want them to be confused. You'll click invite. They'll get an email saying that you've been added to this team, and then that team will be populated here. Now, once the team members are in, you can add the team photo. So you just want to be able to either have them email that to you or grab that photo from your drive if you already have the team photo in your assets. If you don't, a lot of times the marketing group will have the photo. You can reach out or again, just ask the agent and likely they'll be able to get it to you. And then what you want to do now is click on the pencil. And then you'll see the team name can always be edited from this screen. But then what you want to do is put in the team phone number. And again, sometimes it's the Rainmaker's phone. Sometimes they have a group phone. Sometimes they have an office phone. Sometimes they have a buyer's agent phone, sometimes an assistant phone. It's just going to matter on how they want to see that set up. And then put in the email address. And again, same thing. It might be Rainmaker. It might be an assistant. It might be a group email, whatever it might be. You can fill in additional email addresses, websites, and all of that information, address if they have a different office location than ours. And then once all that's updated, you want to click save. It's going to show you your team members here, and then it's always going to allow you to go back and edit the photo if you want. If some of this information has changed, you just click the pencil. To go back to your agent portal, again, management teams, agent teams, and then you'll see your teams are here. So for example, to show you the team members here in Sean's group, you'll see here if you click on team members, you'll always have to watch your blue bar there at the top. Some of these things are a little bit slower to load than others. And then you'll see that there's the team members here. We're missing one, so we can go ahead and click add team. Find the person that you want to add. This person's already added. I'm thinking I'm in a Moxi portal that may not be attached to my dash. I've got many, so it's probably confusing the system. And I think that's maybe my leave behind account. So you guys in your offices should be able to see this properly. And so once you click add members, find that member and add it, they will get an email saying, hey, you've been added to this team, and then it'll flow through. So at that point, anybody on that team that has a listing come through, the Schmidtelligence assets will have the whatever photo you've loaded in here, and it'll have whichever contact information for phone number and email address that you loaded here. Now, keep in mind, future state, we will be able to have our logos added. We just don't quite have that built out yet. As you can imagine, headshot ratios 1-to-1 is a lot easier than logos. A lot of logos, some are horizontal, some are vertical. So it's a little bit more of a difficult way to make sure that all of the curated designs have the ability to have every kind of logo populate without having any issues. I believe I had a question, so let me pop over and see. Oh, I have a hand up. Go ahead, Tom.
So, with like the power two, Shelly and Alicia, So they can put it in the MLS either or as the main agent and it will pull over now.
Correct. As soon as we have the Moxi team set up, the dev team is well prepared now that anybody on that team list will populate over with the team assets.
Okay, do I have to go back in and redo theirs?
I would highly recommend that because I believe I'm in some weird Moxi account that I think is stuck between Schmidt Moxi before Anywhere and Anywhere's Moxi. So yeah, I'll delete the team out of mine because I think it may cause an issue for you to add them properly.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Great question. Any other questions? Again, the office names we know, I'll go through and start renaming those as long as there's no changes in Dash, so they'll stay. I've had an open ticket for 2 years. Maybe one day they'll get it fixed. I'm not real sure, but we're still working on it. But if you do have that problem with finding the correct office, just reach out. I can help you get in there and get that renamed so that you can add that team right away. Great. Well, I don't see any questions right now. I'm sure some will come up as you get in there and start building these out. So don't hesitate to reach out. Again, if you have any questions on which teams may want these, just go to the team and ask or go to your manager and they can help you decide this. But we're very excited to be able to bring team assets to Schmidtelligence. And as always, reach out after the fact if you have any questions. Thanks for your time today, guys. Bye now.